Hey everybody, it's Tara Green. I am Agent 129 of the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, and this is a really kind of an add-on here because I just did my live March preview. It's shown on Facebook Live and on Twitter, and I went through it. It was very intense. I was in a very intense mood because I was talking about the energies of March. Mars. March actually is named after the planet Mars, by the way. And so the Mars-Pluto conjunction's coming up, on the 3rd at 27 degrees, very, very intense, right? And then Venus conjuncts Pluto as well. But, and Pluto in Capricorn at the 27th degree, and the US just had its first of 3 Pluto returns last week on February the 20th, and then of course it was 222 and all that stuff. But anyway, I do that and I go through each sign. I'm always aware, the back of my mind, I'm always going, I hope I don't miss one. And I was very intense through that, and then I realized afterwards, because I went to count the cards, and I went, wait, I only have 11 cards here. And nobody stopped me, and nobody noticed that I missed Capricorn. So even the woman who was the moderator of it, she didn't notice it either. Anyway, I'm going to shoot this add-on here, special for you Capricorns, okay? So if you haven't seen me do this before, usually I talk about all the astrology and the dates and what's happening and the degrees and all that, and then I pull tarot cards. So I use this is the Thoth Tarot. You can see there's Aquarius there, the star cards. So what I do is I focus in using my special crystal, focus in, I shuffle the cards, I think about Capricorn, what does Capricorn need? And I tune into Capricorn. So if you have your sun or your moon or your ascendant or any other planets in Capricorn, your nodes, all your angles, asteroids, whatever, in Capricorn, you would use this card for guidance. So Capricorns, what do you need? Okay, there you go. That was the first card there, the star. Okay, so Capricorn, you're ruled by Saturn, the ringed planet, the planet of karma, limitations, obstacles, testing, maturity, career, fathers, the patriarchy, death. He's traditionally, father time, Saturn, and the Grim Reaper. Okay, so Saturn rules reality on all levels. We're in 3D bodies here. Everybody's ruled by Saturn. You don't have to be just a Capricorn, right? Everybody's got the sign of Capricorn in their astrology chart somewhere, even if you have no planets there. Okay, so you would want to look, even if you have no planets, no anything in Capricorn, and lots of people do, you would look at where Capricorn, which house it's in. Okay, so Capricorn, you get the sign of Aquarius here, the star. Now, in traditional astrology, Saturn rules 2 signs. Okay, it rules Capricorn and Aquarius. So while Saturn is in Aquarius, it's all about the synchronicity here. We're still all being ruled by Saturn, but in his more objective, lighter, it's an active sign. It's an air sign, right? Rather than Capricorn being a receptive, feminine earth sign, right? Okay, so the star, the number 17 here. The dawning of the age of Aquarius. So even though things are very, very intense and very heavy, and most people are exhausted, and it's one thing after another. It's been nonstop since Saturn and Pluto met on June the 12th, 2020 at 22 degrees. There's that magic number 20, already 2 years ago. And so everybody was talking about, on December 21st, 2020, it was the dawning of the age of Aquarius because Jupiter and Saturn, the great expander and the great limiter, came together like they do every 20 years at 0 degrees of Aquarius. And Venus and Mars are going to meet at 0 degrees of Aquarius on the weekend. Okay, so this is the card of remembering what the big picture is. What is higher consciousness? That's what Aquarius is all about in modern astrology. I do both. I do modern and traditional. And so it's just like the picture. I mean, I like this version of the star because we're all stars. Every man and woman is a star. Every gender is a star. We are stardust, that's what the Buddhists teach as well. So imagine yourself being the star, connecting to your ancestors in the Lion King. All of your ancestors are stars in the sky, looking down at us, right? And, it's the Milky Way because each star is considered to be in the mythology, in Egyptian mythology, Greek and Roman mythology, the breast milk that spilled across the sky. So we're always living in this starry realm of the milk of loving kindness. You know, so that's Aquarius at its highest level. It's the ideal of the ideal human, you know, the higher consciousness of being human, right? So you want to imagine that you're that star, you're connected to that star, your ancestors, you can pick a star, you might feel that you're channeling, you know, people connect to the Syrians, you know, the US sun is connected to the most biggest, beautiful, brightest star in the sky, Sirius, which is at 12, 13 degrees of Cancer in tropical astrology, or the Arcturians, or the Pleiadians, or the Lyrians, or, you know, any number of those constellations. So whatever it is that you feel connected to, you would connect to those beings, or you would imagine yourself out in space from the star's perspective. You know, it's all about consciousness. It's the simplest, fastest way to travel. And once you're up there out in space, now Capricorns are very, okay, hold on a second. Capricorns are very logical and very realistic, and usually it's like if I can't put my hands on it physically, it doesn't exist, right? So Aquarius takes you into the realm of the imaginal, and everything is real in the imagination. So for Capricorns, what you would do is you ground yourself. That's not hard for Capricorns. You would go outside at night, even in the city here. I'm in Toronto, big city, urban city. You can still see lots of stars at night. And you would ground yourself to the earth first, Mother Earth. You imagine from the bottom of your spine that you grow a tail with your breath into the earth, into the core of the earth, okay? When you feel really grounded, then you bring your energy, your intention, the breath back up through the earth, through the minerals, the crystals, the oil, back up through the soles of your feet. You know, that's ruled by Pisces. Through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, through the bottom of your spine, up all of your chakras, and out through the top of your head. And you send your consciousness out to a star. And you imagine that you go out to this star, a star, whatever. You know, planets do not blink, stars do. And you imagine you're out there in the star, and then you look back at Earth, and there's this tiny little blue, beautiful blue planet. It's so precious. You know, there's 8 billion people on it, right? But so tiny in the vast, you know, vastness of space, right? We don't even know what it's all about. We don't know what dark matter is. We don't understand black holes. There's so much that we don't know. It's the great mystery. So when you're connected to that great mystery, Capricorn, which might be kind of overwhelming because you're a hands-on person, then you look back at Earth and you get some perspective. You get the higher perspective. And you get this sense of bringing down higher consciousness. Again, you can take the stance of the star goddess here. She's pouring down consciousness, which was seen as water, you know, through her heart chakra, and then it comes out, you know, the right arm, she pours that down on the earth. So that's a beautiful, beautiful meditation. So Capricorns, with all this intensity, with all this, you know, focusing on the physical reality and the fear of death, you know, that's with COVID. I mean, everybody's going to die. That's the basic nature. You're born, you're going to die. But you want to live your life at the highest consciousness level possible. You're not just in the physical. We got to remember that we're here, spiritual beings, just temporarily in the physical body. We're not our egos. We're not our jobs. We're not what we do. We don't really own anything. Okay? What we really own is our souls. So think about that, Capricorn. Take it to the higher level. You are the stars. Okay? You're bigger than any of this. Okay? And you are the star of your own movie. So again, being sovereign, you're the producer, the director, you know, star in your own movie. How do you want this movie to go? Okay. So sending you many blessings. I don't know how I forgot Capricorn, but I've made up for it here. I'm going to add this on somehow to the rest of the tarot cards. I'm Tara Green. You want to get in touch with me, I'm at taratarot.com. Please become a member of the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, and they've got a new magazine called Time Lords coming out. They have wonderful astrologers from all over the world doing lectures and workshops. And I'm doing workshops too, so if you want to get in touch with me, you go to taratarot.com. Sending you many blessings.